Alright guys, so hopefully this video works. Second one of the day. First video of the year, but I recorded the first one with the mic on mute. So hopefully everybody can hear me. We're going to have a quick test, quiz, unit assessment. About 15 questions tomorrow in class during math. And I just kind of want to go over the topics that we've been covering for last week. Give you guys something to watch. Hopefully it stays about 5 minutes long, between 5 and 10 minutes. And just help you guys out if you need help. I'll be on Class Dojo tonight if you got any questions. I'm going to do Taco Tuesday, and I'll have my phone on me. So just let me know what you guys need, all right? Just want to go over, the first thing we're going to go over is way back when we first started school, the first week, we were talking about how to find the values of digits in a number. So this question right here is the values of 3 and 9,330. It's really simple. It's just asking us, what does this number represent? And what does this 3 represent? So the first 3 would represent 300. Oh, actually, yeah, 300. And the second 3 would represent 30. What's the difference between the two 3s? The relation, we may be asked what's the relationship and the values, what's the difference in the place value. It's really simple. Whenever we move in our place value, and we're basically moving from tens to 100, and we have the same digit, we have 3 in both places, whenever we move to the left, we're multiplying by 10. So 300 is 10 times greater than 30. What's found if they're the same exact digit and the hundreds place value is 10 times what's in the tens place value. If we were going the opposite way and we were going to the right, it would be 1/10 the value because we're dividing by 10 or multiplying by 1/10. And this also applies not only to whole numbers but to decimals. It works the same way. If we're moving to the left of the equation, we're moving this way, we're going to get times 10. If we're moving to the right, it's 1/10 of the value. Really simple. That should cover everything on there. The next thing we might be asked to do is convert decimals and fractions. So the first fraction we have is 2/5. Now, I can't convert 2/5 to a decimal without finding my equivalent fraction. Whenever we convert a fraction to a decimal, we need 1 of 3 denominators in 5th grade. We need 10, 100, or 1,000. So what I need to do is find the least common multiple that fits into 10, 100, or 1,000. And what I would first do is I would check 10. Does 5 go into 10? Yes, it does. And it goes in there 2 times. So 5 times 2 is 10. Whatever we do to our denominator, we need to do to our numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4. So now I have a fraction that I can change into a decimal because I have a denominator of 10, 100, or 1,000. And then I would just read this fraction, 4/10. And I would write it just like it sounds, 0 decimal, 4/10. That's it. We're done, guys. The next decimal I have, I'm going to turn this into a fraction, is I have 3 and 563 thousandths. First thing I want to do is I want to look at what's to the left side of the decimal. What's my whole number? My whole number is 3. So I know I'm going to have a mixed number fraction. So 3. And then what's to the right of the decimal? 563. That is going to become my numerator. 563. Now the last thing I need to find out is my denominator. So let's find out what my final digit is, my 3. What place value is that in? Well, I have ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So if I'm in the thousandths place value, my denominator is going to be 1,000. So right there, I would have 3 and 563 thousandths. The fraction reads the same as the decimal, 3 and 563 thousandths. Next thing we're going to be asked to do is expand it form. Now this is a little bit harder. We had some struggles with it. I hope today helped. We need to decompose this number. So what we're going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my number to the left, whatever place value that is. So this one happens to be in the ones place value. So I'm going to do 7 times 1. Because I know that's 7. And then I'm going to add it. Then I need to find out what's in the tenths place value. So it's 1. So I'm going to do 1 times 1/10. Now I have a 0 in the hundredths place value. So I'm just going to skip over it to the next one. And then I have a 4 in the thousandths place value. So I'm going to do 4 times 1 1,000th. And all this is simply saying is where's my place values. If I was going to rewrite this number, I would look, well, 7 is in a 1's place value. So I have a 7 decimal point. 1 is in the 10th's place value. 10th's place value. Then I don't have anything in the 100th, so I'm going to put a 0. 4 is in the 1,000th's place value. 4. And there's the correlation. So when we do this, just take our time. Think about this. 7 times 1 would actually be 7. Plus 1 times 1/10 would be 1/10. Plus 4 times 1,000 would be 4 over 1,000. And if we added all that together, we would get, because this becomes 100,000, to make that equivalent, I would have 7 and 104,000. This we usually don't have to do right here, but this is just so we can see it in our mind, see how it's built. The final thing I want to talk about is word form. Word form is so simple. All we need to do is read the decimal. 9 and 102 thousandths. Whatever the final digit falls in, that's what we're saying. If it was right here, this would be 9 and 1/10. Or we would have 9 and 10 hundredths. Whatever that final decimal falls in is the place value we read. So I would write that out as 9 and means decimal point. 100 2 thousandths. That's the last digit that the 2's in. The 2's in the place value of the thousandths. Alright, I hope this helps everybody out. Once again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Message me on Dojo, and I can't wait to see you guys in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. It's a Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week after we're done with tomorrow, and then we have Thursday and a half day on Friday. Alright guys, can't wait to see everybody in class tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll post this on Dojo, and I'll probably end up posting this on YouTube too. Have a great evening.